This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Let's trade.
Okay.
Good morning, Commonwealth. This is Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people.
Yeah?
I buy and sell. Just put up everything.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people. This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
I just want to trade a few things.
Of course.
I just want to trade a few things.
Sure.
You do your job. I'll do mine.
Excuse me.
Hey, Scava. Let's trade.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom. Nothing to report.
Don't much care for good neighbor. That place is nothing but trouble.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
Got work to do. Can't talk now.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
Yes?
Hey,
Huh?
Yeah?
Never thought a reporter could consider themselves a success until someone threatened their life. Me? I'm very successful.
9 a.m. here at Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
Stay sharp. Don't let your guard down. A good reminder of what we're fighting for.
Out here, you gotta take things one day at a time.
Another day of hard work. Never changes.
If you work, you eat. It's simple as that.
hey there.
I can patch you up if you need it. For a small fee, of course.
Yeah, take a look at me, Doc.
Tell me your symptoms.
That was it.
All right. Don't ruin my hard work by dying out there.
Hey,
If you need fixing up, let's get a look at you.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the country.
yeah, take a look at me, Doc.
What's feeling off today? What can you tell me?
Feeling sick. I think it's radiation.
We'll clean. And that's that. Anything else bothering you?
No, we're done.
Off you go then. Not many doctors around these days. Should let me take a look at you.
Actually, I need some supplies for the road.
I suppose I could spare some stim packs.
This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
What'd they use you for? This thing's got stims in it.
They ain't very nice. They're called gunners. So if you see any, make sure you stay far away from them, all right? Okay, now, I gotta go. But wherever you are, stay safe. I'll see you again soon, sweetheart.
Ooh, working on something important?
Oh, hey, darling. Didn't hear you come in. Turns out our radio connection between the hub and the ASAMs works just fine. I was just recording a message for someone.
What are you hiding?
Yeah. Well, after the whole gunner thing, I just... well... It's kind of... this is awkward. I was sort of hoping to keep this private. What I wouldn't give for an interruption right now.
Search complete.
Huh? Oh, right. I asked the robot to find my screwdriver. Good timing. I don't mean to question your logic, Chip, but... does that look like a screwdriver to you?
Affirmative.
You know what? You're right. Turns out this hammer is my screwdriver after all. Good work. Now, why don't you go patrol or something?
Protect and serve.
That bot ain't right.
You need some help.
You think? Tell you what, darling. If you can find my screwdriver, I'll tell you who I was recording a message for. It's probably past time I told you anyway. Sound fair?
All right. Deal.
All right, then. We have ourselves a gentleman's agreement.
Here.
Hey, you found it. Thanks. It was driving me nuts looking for this thing. Okay, you held up your side of the deal. I'll spill the beans on who I was recording that message for. Ready for a little history of Jake?
Tell me the whole story.
All right, full backstory it is. So, as I'm sure you already figured out, I'm not exactly local to these parts. I come from a settlement called Sanford. You ever heard of it? It's a nice place, providing you don't mind the odd cyclone or two.
What's it like?
There are far worse places to be in the wasteland you could find yourself. Life there was hard, but it was home. Anyway, that's where I grew up and became a young man. And where I met this young woman. One thing led to another, and... well, you know how it goes. You met someone and had a son, and I met someone and had a...
Do you have a daughter?
Yeah, that's right. I had a little girl. I named her Laura. And from the moment she was born, that kid became my world. What the? Oh, that damn generator again! This is the 5th time it's stalled today!
Is there a problem?
It's the old plutonium well. The generator that kickstarts the fission reaction. It's been real temperamental lately. Hey, if you wouldn't mind, could you go get it started again for me? It probably just needs refueling.
Better in our hands anyway. You think we're under Concord proper yet?
Ah, I got the generator humming again, I see. Thanks. It's no fun trying to work in the dark. Now, where was I? Oh, right. So, years pass, and Laura grows up. However, me and her mom, Caitlin, we ended up drifting apart and separating. But I'd still see Laura all the time, though. And when she'd stay with her mom, we'd keep in touch. The radio. So, one day, I broadcast our usual radio time to say goodnight. But there's no response. Now, you gotta understand. Laura's the most punctual kid you'd ever meet. She was never late for anything. Naturally, I began to panic a little, worrying if something bad might have happened to her. So I rushed over to Caitlin's house and...
Do you need a minute to gather your thoughts?
Sorry. I was just remembering. You see, when I got there, I found...
Multiple hostile targets detected. Requesting backup.
Hostile targets? What is that robot?
Flee, 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 flee.
Oh, for crying out loud. Could you go lend the bucket of bolts a hand? As annoying as it can be sometimes, it'd be a pain in the ass to have to rebuild it.
What was that? Blue, we're not alone here. Hey, I see you! Come here, little guy! Now where'd they get to? What a waste! Is that it? Oh, nope, just roaches. Thought we might be in deep. Let's get this over with, shall we? All ears. Oh, nope. Just gonna be your last mistake. Bad idea. Come here, little guy. Ooh, got a bounce. Gonna dance? Let's dance.
Hey there.
Thanks for dealing with that. Now, let's see if I can finish my story. So, I arrive at Caitlin's house, gun in hand and ready for the worst. I open the door and there was no one there.
What do you mean? What happened?
At first I thought someone must have broken into the place, abducted Caitlin and my kid. But more I looked around, the more I realized everything was tidy. No signs of struggle. And then I noticed all their belongings were missing. I ran to Laura's room. All her toys, books, even her ham radio was gone. They hadn't been kidnapped. They just packed up and left.
You didn't know? They didn't tell you?
Caitlin sure didn't. And I doubt Laura knew anything about it. Well, there's no way in hell I was gonna let Caitlin just disappear with my daughter. After asking around, I found out they booked passage on a caravan. They'd set off that very morning. I dashed back home, gathered a few essentials, and set off in pursuit.
That's awful. No parent should have to lose their child.
You'd know that better than most. Anyway, I tracked that damn caravan halfway across the wasteland. By the time I caught up with it, it had made its final stop. Here, in the Commonwealth. Caitlin and Laura had already departed, but I knew where they were now. Since then, I've put out a radio message every night, hoping Laura might hear it. Know that her dad is out here looking for her. After our little run-in with the gunners, I needed to warn her to stay away from him. I know she probably won't hear it, but still, I had to try.
You only wanted to keep her safe.
Yeah. I just hope wherever she is, she hears my warning. I've not really spoken to anyone about Laura since I got here. Unless you count the Ron. Anyway, thanks for listening. Feels good to finally share. Get everything off my chest.
Oh, what is it now? Feral dwarves? Irradiated death claws?
Hi.
What? What's all this about death claws?
Oh, old Paul! Sorry, I wasn't expecting visitors.
Hey.
How's it going, Paul?
Well, cheese and crackers. You must be the ones with the ASM sensors, eh?
Me and my partner here, yeah. And they're called ASAMs.
Is it true what the old geezer said? Can ASMs really help build up settlements?
Well, sure, as long as what your settlement needs are some homes or farms or a scrap heap. But I should warn you, recently there's been some trouble with...
Gee, a scrap heap. Well, that settles it. We'll take 100 ASMs, please. How many caps does that come to?
Whoa, slow down. We're not just peddling some product here. Besides, I'm not even sure we should be handing these things out anymore.
What do you mean? Why not?
Hey, don't tell me you've already forgotten. That Aiden guy may have been a Brahmin's ass, but he did have a point. It's a fair bet that settlement got attacked because they used ASAMs. Who's to say the same thing wouldn't happen again?
It's not like there's raiders pounding on the gate.
I'm just not sure it's right to give out sensors to random settlements no more. Not if it puts them in danger.
If you're concerned about giving sensors out to strangers, why not have them join us instead? I've got no problem defending those we bring into the fold.
Hey, we'd be happy to join with ya. Right now we're kind of living rough, so whatever it takes to get some ASMs, eh?
I don't know.
Look, I don't see what the problem is here.
Things are different now. We ain't just dealing with raiders or the odd mutant anymore. Can you honestly say it's the right thing to have these people join us?
You need to decide, Jake. What's it gonna be?
I don't know. After the whole Gunner thing. What do you think, darling? What's the right thing to do?
I want to hear the details first.
Oh, sure thing. See, me and a whole bunch of others, we had to flee our old home. And the place we've taken up ain't all that great. We could really use some help, so we'd be happy to join ya.
Don't worry. I'll get you up and running.
Really? You'd have us? Oh, geez, thanks.
I still think we're maybe asking for trouble. but I think you're right. We can't be scared to help folks. Okay, let's do this.
Oh, you really don't know what this means to us. Thank you so much.
No problem. Welcome to the family. Sorry, what's your name?
Hubert. Here, I'll mark where we're staying on your Pip-Boy. I'll run ahead and tell the others. Meet you there, eh?
I'll tag along with the youngin'. I'm fairly familiar with sensors by now. I'll get his people up to speed before you arrive.
Here, darling, take these. A few extra ASAMs, in case you need them. Let's get these folks up and running. And if the gunners do show up again, well, we'll just have to put them in their place, won't we? I'm gonna get back to repairing the hub. Oh, and, thanks again for listening today. Good luck now.
And now, a word or several from our sponsors. Diamond City Surplus, now open 24 hours a day. Management reserves the right to refuse service to anyone, especially since I know